Ronnie Allen and this guy and that guy, but here's the reality. The guy Richard Price that wrote Color of Money. And now Larry Hubbard and I in the 70s in Dayton, Ohio was the first time I noticed him. In 1974 at the World Nine Bowl in Dayton, Ohio, Joe Burns, that used to be the official word. There was only one a year that was the official one, right? I used to see this guy in the crowd. He was very recognizable because his arm had polio. So his right or left arm was always like in this position. So I kept seeing, we saw him at this tournament, then we saw him at another tournament, different tournaments. I said, who is that guy? He doesn't play, he's not a player. I said, no, maybe he's a backer. But it never looked like he talked to anybody or backed anybody. He just was always there. Sure enough, this scene, when Richard Price and Marty Scorsese and the cinematographer came out, it was him, the guy, Richard Price. So I asked him, I said, I've seen you. He goes, I used to follow you and Larry around all the time. He goes, 80% of my material came from you two. So Paul Newman would have been the Larry Hubbard in the movie, and I was the Tom Cruise character. Now, I've heard different stories. It was Ed Kelly. It was the Color of Money was based on me and Larry Hubbard because we were known as like Batman and Robin. We were unbeatable gambling. If the guy happened to win the first set, we'd double up and win the second. And he took me around, showed me the ropes, Let me
ask you this: as the technical advisor, how much influence did they let you have on, let's say, the shots?
I invented all the shots.
All the shots in
everything,
the Color of Money.
Because Marty came up to me, he goes, look, the camera is going to come from here, and we're going to go like this. He goes, I want a shot that starts over, like this. Like that scene where he goes around, where he does Werewolves of London. Now, that had to be an easy run-up, but he did that in one scene. They had a track 360 degrees around the table. So when he was doing that, remember he spins the cue, the hair. All of that was done in one scene.
One scene.
And he ran the 6, 7, 8, 9 out and was doing all that. So he was over here, he shot, then he'd have to come around over here.
Yeah.
The hair, the spin, shoot, and so on and so forth. Now the shot, here's what happened. The 6 was here. So he does the thing. Because he kept having a problem with the 6. I don't know why. So when he shot the 6, I was ducked down here. When the ball came like this, I threw it in the hole like this. If he missed it.
Like a puppet master.
Well, you got to remember, he could miss anything. He could miss it. He's doing the scene plus shooting pool.
Yeah.
He eventually could run a rack of 9 ball. That's how